I'm gonna let the chat come in, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Usos just won the tag team titles. Usos just won the tag team titles. It seems like Paul Levesque might have been up in Gorilla, man. We gonna see what the chat think, man. I didn't expect the Usos to win this one. You know what I mean? I didn't expect the Usos to win, but it's still just a mid show, man. A lot of points we got to talk about. It's still really lifeless, man. It's like they threw a curveball, man. They tried to take a playbook out of AEW. They tried to stop being so predictable. We see Jey Uso sitting there crying like a baby backstage. I'm thinking it's gonna be a heel turn, but the Usos win. So I guess we got more yeeting to come, man. Let me see what's up with the chat. My man Circle Sir Smoke a lot in the building. What's up, Take, man? Betty in the building. CEO Jordan. It was a fight. Yo, Jordan, they cooked this match. I'm going to be real. When the product's trash, I'm going to say it's trash. When it's horrible, I'm going to say it's horrible. But I think the Usos match cooked. I think the triple threat cooked. I think Rio and Io Sky, if I see one more best friend segment, I think I'm going to get 302'd. I think I'm going to get sent to the insane asylum. They had some better segments. It seemed like this show flowed a little bit better. It seemed like everyone came off a break. Hey, Dez, it seemed like Paul Levesque was asleep all holiday break, and he woke up a little bit fresh this episode. Still mid. We have a long way to go before we could put anything over, but you know what I mean? At least it wasn't just complete predictable trash like every week. My man Billy in the building, Jay Swerve, Dre, what's up, bro? My man Gregory in the building, what's up, bro? Bobby jumped AEW shit. No, I ain't jumped ship yet. It's still bad, man. It's still bad. Watch the first 15 minutes. They cut it off. Man, yeah, the first 15. Oh, yeah, I forgot about my man. Austin Theory music is kind of fire, bro. I'm not going to lie. Austin Theory entrance was fire. His music is fire. He took away the Punisher suit. We got to talk about all of that, man. There were certain highlights, but I want to start off with the Usos winning just because this was a feel-good moment to end off Raw and end off the year. Not only that, it was a curveball. Nobody really seen the Usos winning. Not only that, it was a fire match. AJ Styles coming with a phenomenal forearm just to get super kicked in a spot that could be compared to when Shelton Benjamin flew off the rope and got super kicked by Shawn Michaels. It could be compared to that. Now we got the Usos winning some titles that don't really mean nothing because how they've been booked. But maybe that would change in 2026. I highly doubt, man. That was fire. Yeah, that was fire. Austin Theory getting no reaction. Bro. Yo, you know what I tweeted, bro? You know what I tweeted earlier, man? This was my first tweet on Raw, bro. If y'all seen this, right? Austin Theory, maybe this is going to be some progress happening. Because you listen, I don't know if he's watching the Bobby Monsoon stream and listening to the good folks in the chat. But if maybe he is. You came out with some music and an entrance that's solid. You know what I mean? I kind of like the track that Austin Theory came out with. I think his entrance is solid. But you grabbed the mic and you said absolutely nothing. You said absolutely nothing. Not only that, you pointed to Bron Breakker and said something about him being champion. We got to let Austin Theory cook on the mic. We still don't know why he's the masked man. We still don't know why he wanted to be in the Vision. We still don't know a lot, dog. If you grab that mic, man, let him cut a promo and let him give us some stories to be told. This dude said nothing. I don't even know why he grabbed the mic. Another thing, man, Maxine cut a hell of a... Yeah, Maxine was fired too, bro. Anyone in the E doing leather... Yo, Rod said anyone in the E doing leather jackets now. Yeah, he got that leather jacket on, man. Austin Theory, it's like, man, oh, then did y'all see this guy? This guy says the burial is going to stop in 2026. He says he wants gold in 2026. Somebody sent Finn Balor this message, right? The only gold, right, you'll be getting Finn Balor, hold on. Finn Balor says he wants gold in 2026, right? Yo, whoever in the chat lives in the hood, if you live in the hood, you know what I'm talking about when I'm about to show you this. If you live in the hood, bro, you know what I'm talking about when I show you this. You don't even gotta live in the hood because it's in other places too. Cash for gold. Hey, Finn Balor, you want gold in 2026? Okay, take the check that Paul Levesque cut you, right? Hit up your nearest cash for gold spot and you get all the gold you could want. After you've been pinned year after year after year after year after year, your ass is gonna come up into a segment that's not even, hold on, bro. This dude comes on a segment that's not even, this is not even aired, bro. They didn't even air this on TV, and you talking about you want gold. Hit up your cash for gold spot, and you get all the gold you can want. That's the only way this dude is coming close to any type of gold, unfortunately, because I like Finn Balor. I think he's fire. You know what I mean? I didn't expect the Usos to win. Oh, hold on. My bad. I got this. My bad, man. Oh, the sabotage won't stop. Yeah, I got y'all. My bad, Deck. Yeah, man. Yo, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, man, somebody, if you know this man, just send him for the cash for gold, that he can have all the gold he could want. Finn Balor, we're not taking you serious until you have a year of consistent winning, bro. Seriously. Oh, man, let me see, dog. It's like, we could talk about Raw. Raw was pretty mid, to be honest, bro. But speaking of Raw, man, did y'all see this? Yo, chat, did y'all see this? Two Bobbies, what the hell? My bad, y'all, my bad. Yo, chat, did y'all see this? Kevin Nash taking a little jab, taking a little shot at your man, Sam Scott. If you're the heavyweight champion of WWE and you wrestle with a t-shirt, ouch! He got a point, bro. He got a point, man. I don't know if CM Punk might have had too much Christmas dinner. I don't know if he had too much of the Christmas festivities. Maybe CM Punk ate too many gingerbread man cookies. I don't know why. But this is true what Kevin Nash saying. Kevin Nash is from an era where, you know what I mean? You had to be built. You had to actually be going to the gym. You had to be doing now. CM Punk, he looks a lot huskier than what he did before, but maybe he had the dad belly for that week, man. But if you're going to wear that gold, wearing a shirt in the main event of a match, I kind of feel Kevin Nash right here, man. Punk is played. Who cares? Yeah, Punk, bro. And this is another thing about Punk, bro. You had a this is... Bro. Yo, chat, do y'all... Hold on, I think I missed the... My man Kev with the $2. How would you compare Kabuki Warriors promos to Moxley? It's not even no comparison, dog. Yo, dog. CM Punk and Bron Breakker. Do y'all remember when CM Punk used to touch the mic? Everybody used to be quiet, dog. Everybody you didn't know what was gonna come out of CM Punk's mouth. When he's struggling, and not even struggling, when he has a promo with Bron Breakker, and it's just like, this was one of the points where it was just, this was the epitome of mid. It wasn't the worst thing ever because it's not like people was fumbling and bumbling, but it definitely wasn't. I'm just watching Jon Moxley after winning a C2. That's what we're coming off of watching AEW. Now you come all the way to CM Punk and Bron Breakker, and I just like, dog, they didn't do what I needed to sell this. I'm not waiting until next week, Raw on Netflix premiere the anniversary, to be like, oh man, this match got intensity. This dude said he's gonna take your wife, CM Punk. You don't even address that. You don't even say nothing to rebuttal that. We need a little bit more, bro. But it's too late, man. He's probably gonna retain the title next week, and that's what it is, bro. Punk hits different lately. Now that's a fact. Nas said he's putting Breaker over. Yo, now, Nasir, you could be right, bro. I could actually see that. But this is the thing. He's putting Breaker over by probably taking a foot off the gas a little bit. But he's also been very mid every time he touched the mic, basically the whole 2025, bro. The whole 2025, this has been the worst CM Punk when it comes to mic skills. Not because, once again, not because he's fumbling, bumbling, not because he's not saying it straight through. It's just not 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. We can hear the predictable, it sounds like his promos are written now. So it's just like, I don't know, man. Bron Breakker, he's trying. Nasir said, he's putting Bron Breakker over. This is what I'm gonna tell Punk. You want to put Bron Breakker over? Lose next week, bro. Go into 2026 with Bron Breakker as champion. Because the vision, I don't see a star in the vision. I don't see the aura, not yet. You need to put the title on Bron Breakker so the vision can have some type of aura. Because when they starting off Raw on Netflix, nothing is making me say like, oh man, this is going to be fire. It's just like, man, it's crazy, man. Jonathan says he's been mid in the ring too. Nah, for being the best in the world, yeah, man. Like, he has been mid now. Think about it, because he had the worst match, arguably one of the worst title matches of the year. You got Cody Rhodes and John Cena at WrestleMania. Then you also got CM Punk and Jey Uso. Remember that match, Saturday Night Slam event? We're going to need a lot more from Punk in 2026, and it could start with him losing the title. Punk is a lot better when he's chasing after the title, when he's getting screwed, when he's in blood feuds with Drew McIntyre. That's the CM Punk we need, bro. Not AJ Lee's husband, not trying to put other people over by taking your foot off the gas. Come on, Punk! Come on, bro. It's just, I expect so much for Punk, man. I never liked that dork. Yo, that's crazy. Jay from YouTube. What's up, Jay? What's up, my man Orca in the building? We just need new stars. That's a fact. We do, dog. What do y'all think of Austin Theory's new theme song, Fire? Yo, y'all know I like Bitten, bro. I was ready to obliterate Austin Theory if two things happen. Oh, let me try to get Austin Theory up here, man. Because that's what I'm saying. We're going to talk about something, bro. There's a few reasons why I say this Raw was mid. See, a lot of Raw episodes, absolutely nothing happens. But the thing about this Raw episode is that we at least got something. You know what I mean? It's not like we need the greatest thing ever to happen. We just need something to talk about. We got Austin Theory. We got the Usos winning. We got the triple threat match that actually was a good match. You know what I mean? We got a few things to talk about. Then he changed the Punisher thing, like I just said. Austin Theory changing his not even changing, the new Austin Theory music. Let me guess, y'all. Who do you think booked this entrance? Who do you think booked this entrance that said, all right, turn the lights off, put the spotlight right there, and the only thing that's missing in this entrance is a bottle of water and Austin Theory spitting the water out? I think it's fire, but we've seen this before. You ever heard of a guy named Paul Levesque? We seen this movie before, Austin, but I'm going to let you get away with it just like we're letting you get away with Seth Rollins' curb stop. So you got Seth Rollins' finisher. You got Randy Orton's ring gear. You got Triple H's theme with the lights cutting off. I'm just noticing this, honestly. But it's still cool, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny, but It could be a lot worse, bro. It could be a lot worse. At least you see, I'm gonna be honest. I think Paul Heyman is a little bit more hands-on with what's going on creatively with the vision. I feel like Paul Heyman steps in and maybe we change this song to that song. Let's not rush a new song. Let's come out the Braun Breaker song. It makes sense. Let's change the ring gear. You look like the Punisher. You look like the guy from the Detroit survival security crap. All good things. As far as Austin Theory in-ring work, you know what I mean? It never was questionable. As far as his physique, he always had one of the best physiques. Look at that, dog. Come on, bro. Let's CM Punk. You need to take notes, bro. Austin Theory's in the gym. This is the back of a world champion, if you ask me. Only thing is, he needs to cut better promos because ain't nothing happening without good promos, bro. But yeah, Austin Theory, he's been working on his character, and I think, yo, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna make jokes all day, but I'm always gonna be honest. All I need is a tiny bit effort. And that's what they're giving right here with the Austin Theory character. They seen the crickets. They heard the crickets when he debuted. They seen certain things and they're changing. They're making certain pivots. I cannot hate on that. I'm not mad at that at all. Austin Theory has a shot. He been had a shot to be one of the top people in the company. So we're going to see what they're going to do, man. He could talk. CM Punk needs more. Yo, what the hell? Yo, Crypto says CM Punk needs more TRT. Yo, what the hell, bro? Corbin here, the game entrance. I'll just watch it. Yo, it's still crickets, Bobby. Yep. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It was when he grabbed that mic. He's just missing the heat. You know what I mean? Austin Theory is just missing the heat. I think mainly because when you look at Austin Theory, come on, he looks like Justin. Like, no matter how mean he looks, you just look like Justin Timberlake. You look like a lovable guy. You know what I mean? No matter how much you wear black, you cut your buzz cut, you look like a lovable guy. You know what that means? That means when you grab that mic, that's why I had a problem when he cut that promo. When you grab that mic, Austin Theory, you supposed to cut deep, bro. And I hate that, and it's not even his fault, bro. It's really who you call this? Who you call this? WWE Creative. It's really their fault that they're not letting these superstars really, you know what I mean, really kind of cook on their promos, bro. You supposed to cut deep when you grab that mic, dog. He's sitting there looking like a deer in the headlights. Look, Paul Heyman's cutting a promo. He's looking up at the rafters, trying to figure out what 3 to 4 words he's about to say. Austin Theory, you look like Justin Timberlake. You look like you should be moonwalking somewhere. You look like you should be singing Sexy Back. You look like you should be one of the Backstreet Boys. Which means you grab that mic. You in Orlando, Florida. You just get the cheap heat. Say something about the Orlando Magic. Say something about who else got an Orlando team? I don't even know. But he could use what Becky Lynch is doing. It's called cheap heat. Just talk about the people in the crowd. Point a random fan out and talk crap. Get some type of heat, dog. I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, all right, let me hear what he's gonna say. Braun Breaker be new champion. What? Then you're right. Yo, Jordan, you're right, bro. You need to take that leather jacket off too, bro. That ain't helping. He's trying to be mysterious. Remember, he wasn't asked to join. He just showed up. Nah, that's a fact, bro. Austin crossed a river. Austin Theory should have been a babyface. Yeah. The thing is, dog... Damn, now I'm thinking about it. I don't even remember when Austin Theory they even tried Austin Theory being a babyface, dog. That's something they should try, but we're already here as a heel. He's gonna have to play this out the next few months. And if he plans on like to stop hearing crickets. If he wants to hear boos, he needs to get in a room with Becky Lynch. Maybe even get in a room with Gunther. You know what I mean? Like get in a room with Dominic Mysterio. Learn how to garner the heat. Learn how to get some heat, bro, because it's not happening. But what I think, if tonight was a indication of anything, it's an indication of they are actually wanting to work. They want to make this Austin Theory work. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't even cared about his entrance music. They wouldn't have cared about certain. They would have kept him with the same gear. So maybe we see some minor adjustments coming into early 2026 over the next few episodes in January. Maybe we see some minor adjustments with Austin Theory that's going to make sense. Because if we don't, bro, boom, 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 boom. He'll be up there with LA Knight and Drew McIntyre and the rest of the jobbers. He's already up there. He has to try to get out of heaven. We used to see some people get sent to heaven. He's trying to get out of heaven and come back to reality and be booked anywhere like a star. WWE can't fool us. Yo, my man Prince in the building. Z-Smoke in the building. What's up, bro? Curveball. Hey, man. Turns on Theory saying we didn't want you to join later on down. Yeah, man. I think I'm interested. As long as they keep making pivots, making changes, dog, I'm not mad at Austin Theory or you know what I mean? At least they're trying, bro. At least they're trying, man. Now, this is what a lot of people are saying. Now, I'm seeing people say this online, man. Some people are saying it could be Seth Rollins. Because think about this, y'all. Why is Austin Theory doing a curb stomp? Could Seth Rollins be pulling the strings on Austin Theory? That will be fire, but I think creative like that, we're in the wrong company. That sounds like some AEW, maybe New Japan, maybe somewhere else they do something like that. I don't see anybody in WWE creative having enough brain cells to actually pull something like this off, because this would be kind of fire. This would be kind of interesting. It would make sense why he wiggled his way into the Vision. It'll make sense why he done the curb stop. These are layers of storylines that'd be fire to be told. But I don't have zero faith in WWE creative. I got more faith going down to Kensington. I'm in Philly, so you know what's up with Kensington. If I go to Kensington and I let one of the people borrow $10 to $20, I have faith that they're going to give it back. For everybody else that's not in Philly, basically like this. You loan a crackhead $20. And you got faith you're gonna actually get that $20 back in this lifetime. That's the amount of faith I have in WWE creative. But it's interesting though, because I see a pathway to it. This just takes long-term booking. But we done got way away from that. We're on long-term booking now. So long-term booking, none of this happens. Nobody gets no explanation. Austin Theory gets buried. What's next? Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, best friends forever. More of that. Less of this. What y'all think about this? Would y'all like that? Believe that's anywhere. Yeah, facts about Kensington. A pitch of faith. Now, it'll be fire, bro. We need Seth Rollins to cook. Not bad way to have if Seth Rollins returns before Royal Rumble. It'll be at least interesting, man. Cause what way the Visionary will pull the strings on the same people that, you know what I mean, took him out. That'd be kind of fire, man. I just don't got the faith in WWE that it'll happen, man. AJ Styles just got buried. Yo, you think, Ray? Oh, your name is actually underrated. Yo, you think, bro? I would like that, but Triple H ain't doing this. Yeah, he not, bro. It's going to take some thought, some planning, some layers of storytelling. I will be extremely surprised if anything close to something like this is booked, man. Yo, man, it's some things that was happening besides Raw. Man, did y'all hear about this one? So we got some people telling fibs out there in TKO, man. Paul Levesque, you lied to us, bro. You said Vince was out. Vince was out of the creative process. Now you got people sending me, yo, leaked text messages that Paul Levesque said Yo, I'm telling you, the walls will start closing in. Basically, what's happening is there's some type of lawsuit that was going on, and the information got out. They even have leaked text messages of communication between Paul Levesque, Nick Khan. Who else was in that communication? Paul Levesque, Nick Khan, maybe Bruce Pritchard. I think only Paul Levesque. Allegedly. Paul Levesque and Nick Khan and Vince McMahon booking WrestleMania 39 when Triple H and everybody else told us that he's out the whatever. He's out the company. So if he's booking WrestleMania 49, maybe he booked WrestleMania 40. That makes sense because WrestleMania 40 was actually fire. Then maybe he really left by WrestleMania 41. That makes sense because WrestleMania 41 was the worst WrestleMania of all time. So I don't know, man. Vince McMahon, he has Bruce. Let me tell y'all something. People keep wondering, is Vince McMahon still part of creative? Not as he was. But as long as Bruce Pritchard is in that gorilla position, as long as Paul Levesque's in there, it's hard to believe like Vince McMahon just has absolutely no say. Like they're not talking to him about anything. Just can you imagine Paul Levesque and Vince McMahon at the kitchen table? You don't think Triple H is talking to him about WrestleMania 42? You don't think they're sitting there talking about John Cena's retirement? It's highly unlikely. Unless there's real heat between Vince and Paul Levesque, and at that point, who knows, man? Somebody said triple controversy. Yo, King, what's up, King, bro? My man, fearfully confident. This is why Mania 39 was great. Mania 39 was fire. Having Roman Reigns go over. Think about it. Think about this. Hold on, y'all. Yo, think about this. WrestleMania 39 was the catalyst for us getting WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40 is not what WrestleMania 40 was without two factors. One, The Rock. Really two, The Rock. And one, WrestleMania 39. We all wanted Cody Rhodes to win. He loses. Roman Reigns wins. That brings a whole year of Cody Rhodes' redemption. What was the theme of WrestleMania 40? Finish the story. Finish the story. There wouldn't be no story to finish if Cody Rhodes came in and won the first year. WrestleMania 39 has Vince McMahon hands printed all over it. And if you ask me, WrestleMania 40 does too. WrestleMania 41, that looks like a Paul Levesque production, a Lee Fitting production. Then also, shout out to whoever, Shout out to whoever sent this to me too. They had text messages that dropped. Where are these text messages at, man? Oh, not even text messages. They was on Signal or something like that, apparently. So shout out, who is this right here? Shout out my man who sent me this. Who is this? Shout out Ronin Art and Music. Yeah, man. He tagged me in this. This is like literally, I just seen this. So it's apparently, Mark Shapiro, that's who it was. Then this dude Andrew, these are TKO people. So these are people that's like, these are the Signal text messages. And if y'all don't know, Signal is like an app, kind of like WhatsApp, but people like using Signal more because I think the government uses it more, and you could delete messages and stuff like that on there. But you see a message that says, Nick and Stephanie are going to take over the WWE in the next 9 months. At the end of it, this was before it happened. So it's kind of crazy. Either this dude is Nostradamus, either this dude is the psychic teller, either this dude knows the next 5 numbers of the Powerball and the Mega Millions, or it's some type of collusion going on. He says Nick and Stephanie are going to take over WWE for the next 9 months. At the end of the 9 months, Vince will be the new board and he will take a part of the company. Well, he would take the company private, or if not, he would sell it coming to us. The race is on. Now, if you're looking at this like, yo, Bobby Masood, why does this matter? Why should we care? This is why it should matter. You got shareholders, right, that invest in the WWE. So when you have shareholders that invest in WWE, you have to do the best thing for the company. You have an obligation to do the best thing for a company. Just imagine if you invested in a whatever, right? And instead of them to do the best thing for the company, because the thing of investing is you have to bring the money back. Now, I'm not no business guy, but this is 1 + 1 = 2. You have to make the best decision. Why this is a problem and why there's a lawsuit going on. They saying Mr. Paul Levesque, Mr. Nick Khan cashed out multi-millions, put TKO further in $3 billion of debt. Cashed out multi-millions. Or maybe they didn't put TKO more in debt because they had nothing to do with TKO outside of buying WWE. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean? That's a problem. When a company sells to keep Vince McMahon in a certain position and not do what's best for the shareholders, the one that actually blew WWE up along with Vince McMahon, it was a collaborative effort. WWE would not be a global phenomenon if they never went public. We all remember it because that's when the PG era happens. That's when WWE went down a shitter, if you ask me. That's when Attitude Era stopped. That's when everybody had to back up when it became public. So it's an interesting development, you know what I mean? Let me see what the chat said. Did y'all hear about this? They pushed Vince out strategically. Yeah, they screwed him. Shareholders want money. That's everyone. Everyone is a snake at WWE about everyone. I hate the IWC, man. Y'all hypocrites. Y'all want some people pushed, then turn on them when they get pushed. Who you talking about? Who got turned on? It's just Rod Facts. Yeah. Bobby, at this point, WWE should move on from the Vince McMahon and hire a real creator. Yo, what's up, Rando Mac? I agree. WWE needs to hire a real creative team. I think they did finally move on from Vince McMahon. So this problem is actually a problem that's that's kind of an old situation, but it's still a problem, you know what I mean? Because people like, yo, bro, I didn't get the biggest return on my investment, you know what I mean? Now, a lot of people saying this might happen. A lot of people calling for this. A lot of people are predicting this type of booking. Now, I don't see Austin Theory winning the undisputed title, but man, we need to have younger champions. CM Punk pushing 50. Who's the other champion? Damn, who else? Who's the undisputed champion? I can't even think. I can't even remember oh yeah, Cody Rhodes. I can't remember Cody Rhodes because he barely shows up. Cody Rhodes is the undisputed champion. But we need younger talent, man. We got Bron Breakker in his 20s, Austin Theory in his 20s, man. I think you just need to take Damian Priest out this picture. Maybe you got to put Jade Cargill or somebody on here. And Aleister Black. Maybe add Sami Zayn, man. This Raw, I see the Raw. Do y'all see how bad SmackDown roster is? They have to put Austin Theory in there because there's literally nobody else in the Raw roster, in the SmackDown roster, that can actually make sense to hold the title. Oh, yeah, there is one person. He's just buried. This is the one guy that on a SmackDown roster that can actually have the title, even though he's still older, he can have the title, have a run, good promos. People like him, but unfortunately, he's buried. But still, the fact still remains: we need younger champions in this picture, man. Obafemi, not Austin. Yeah, Obafemi. Obafemi, you're right, bro. Obafemi. $1 million. So no Oba or no Trick, but these effing bums. I'm done with WWE. I mean, this is just a fan-made thing. But y'all right, bro. Y'all right. Oba or Trick needs to be up here. If you ask me, Oba and Trick needs to be going to SmackDown, dog. I think you need to send all them young dudes to SmackDown. Oba, you need to send Trick to SmackDown. You need to send Javon Evans to SmackDown. You need to send all them dudes to SmackDown, dog. Seriously. Man. Remember what I told y'all, y'all. Belly, the burial of Belly in 2026. Because remember when she shook her head when John Cena tapped out. Remember she had a little hissy fit. And remember I told y'all that Paul Levesque through hell and high water is gonna make sure she's the female version of LA Knight in 2026. It'll be guaranteed, dog. They see this feud not working. They see nobody's invested in this crap. They see nobody cares. They keep turning around and keep doing these feuds. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Wyatt Six, whatever, whoever they's beefing with. I forgot whoever they're beefing with. What's the other one? Aleister Black, Damian Priest. These stupid ass feuds that they keep this stupid ass creative that they keep going on with. Oh yeah, the MFTs and YS6 is just like, this is doing nothing for Lyra Valkyria, but she's young. She has a lot of time. It's Belly that's on the clock. Belly doesn't have all the time in the world to be stuck in these. I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Yo, you know it'd be fire if Belly actually was acting crazy sometimes, dog. If she shaved some of her hair, you know what I mean? If she just did crazy stuff. Belly looks sane as crap. Have her makeup messed up or just do something other than the fake ass acting that's BS. And I'm mad because I love Belly, bro. I used to like that old Belly, man. God, dog, just seeing a talent rot and creative is so frustrating, dog. Where are the stories, guys? Dog, it's just non-existent. Adam Pearce, every week, I need a drink, I need a drink, I need a drink. Y'all want to talk about wellness policy? It's crazy, bro. Lyra is the first women's intercontinental champion. Now, that's a fact. I called this weeks ago. Yo, my man Tyler in the building. What's up, bro? I called this weeks ago. He has Triple H wrecking this product to beg for him back. Oh, damn, yeah. You talk about that Vince McMahon stuff, yeah. Yeah, Belly, the hug Belly. I understand why you don't go back to that character because you got to move on. You got to develop. This is just not the direction, man. This is not the direction, dog. I don't understand it, man. Too bad they didn't make trades like they do in sports. Yeah, they should have. They should have, bro. They should be making trades. They should be doing something, dog. Like, my God, bro. We're going to beat this down. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's crazy. Hold on. Let me see what else. Oh, my God. Hold on. I'm gonna try not to yell, y'all. I'm gonna try to act sane. I'm gonna show y'all a tweet I just said, bro. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna get back to this. I'm gonna show y'all a tweet I had to put out when this segment was on. It's something y'all heard me say a bunch of times. It's not nothing new. Dog. This is what I said, bro. WWE Creative have failed Rhea Ripley most of 2025. I cannot believe they haven't found anything better for Rhea Ripley to do besides feud with the Kabuki Warriors and be BFFs with Io Sky. There is no excuse for this crap, bro. They're like, what are we doing? This is horrible creative. How many times are we gonna do this with Rhea Ripley? If Rhea Ripley was some type of other jobber, if it wasn't Rhea Ripley, I could understand that. Oh my God, we're going into 2026 with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky doing this best friend crap. If Rhea Ripley don't turn on Io Sky and do her like she did Liv Morgan, bro, y'all remember? Yo, come on, bro. Y'all gotta remember. Hold on, man. Yo, y'all gotta remember. Remember when Rhea did Liv Morgan dirty, dog? Almost snapped her shoulder, bro. Hold on, where's that picture? I can't even find that picture. Maybe it was this joint, dog. Rhea Ripley, dog. The old Rhea Ripley almost snapped what's her name's shoulder, dog. What happened to this Rhea Ripley? Dog? This Rhea Ripley was different. This Rhea Ripley was different, dog. And we go from this to just Rhea Ripley and Io Sky being best friends. We want the tag team titles that nobody cares about. Now, Rhea Hogan was annoying because she was winning all the matches. But we didn't want this either. It's like, dog, you either get overbooked or underbooked. Why can't there be somewhere in between a happy medium? Is it too much to be thinking about? This is the most stupid storyline, dog, on TV right now. And I cannot believe we're going into 2026 with a tag match. The Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. God, this creative sucks, bro. Rhea lost her aura. Dog, too deep, and this is a fact, bro. She's just completely lost the aura, bro. Oh, my God. We got some accountability that just came in the chat, y'all. That man, Triple GPT. Good looking for the 5, man. Triple GPT says, crazy episode. Where is Trick going? I know people wanted more for Austin, but we need main event room for Oba, MJF. He said we need room for main events, Oba, MJF, and Hangman stays too. Oh my God, nah, MJF can't, man. That would break AEW heart, man. MJF went there, bro. Yo, that's hilarious, dog. But man, like, I think Austin Theory did a good job though, Triple GPT. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like he could have cut a better promo, but he kind of equaled it out with having new music and a better entrance and changing his theme and changing his attire. So you did an okay job with that, Triple GPT. We just need the man to get some heat because he's cold as ice. Bobby, you don't know Rhea and Io main event in WWE Stranger Things collab. That's why we got this. Oh my God. There's no way, Rando Mac. There's no way that they could main event the Stranger Things collabs. I mean, if they're on the Stranger Things card, that's perfect because there's been more than some strange things happening in WWE. But the main event a card and completely bury 3 things, Braun Breaker, CM Punk, and the World Heavyweight Champion, I don't see them doing that. This probably be the match before that, though. Or they might start it off with this match. But I don't think they're main eventing Stranger Things with this stupid ass match, with this stupid ass storyline, bro. Rhea Ripley could be doing so much more. Io Sky could be doing so much more. Io Sky's fire, dog. We're forgetting how fire these women are. I don't know, man. This shit is crazy, dog. Let me see what else we got, man. Damn, man. You know, my heart broke with this one, bro. Oh, Bobby Masula, the BBWs. Dog, Piper Niven, bro. This was a bad drawing, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This was a bad drawing to see, man. Piper Niven. It's so crazy because she was just getting into her character, literally. Remember, because she had like the Scottish Drew McIntyre type character. She was just getting into her character. She's the reason why. Remember, they added Isla Dawn. It was Chelsea Green and Piper Niven doing that whole presidential thing. It made Chelsea Green look legitimate because she had somebody like Piper Niven that could probably beat my ass next to her. This woman is incredible in the ring. And this is what I'm talking about. Because y'all see, I don't know if y'all was on Twitter. We're going to get to the William Regal put out a tweet about basically what I went on a rant about a few days ago when I was covering AEW. And I said it in my video, and I'm gonna say it one more time in my live about these spots with putting your neck on the line. It's understandable if it's a mistake, but just purposely putting your neck on the line for a spot, It's just stupid if you ask me, and it's honestly corny, bro. I don't sit and I don't think none of that shit is fire, dog, when they do that. But because then you have to have conversations like this. Do you know how heartbreaking it would be if we're sitting talking about it's already heartbreaking, whoever it is. It's Piper Niven. But man, it was heartbreaking when it was Adam Cole. Dog, do you know how hard if Kyle Fletcher, Brian Breaker, dog, it's just horrible, man. I'm not even saying that's her situation. It's just I know her situation is a next situation. Last time I could, as what I've read online, allegedly. But man, shout out to Piper Niven and man, prayers for her, dog. To see your career end early, this is never a good feeling, man. Like just imagine these wrestlers, it's not like you went to college for 4 years and then you got a degree and then maybe you could go back to college or maybe you could switch your degree up. A lot of times, more times than not, these wrestlers dedicate their life. They miss time out with their family, miss time in relationships, in the gym busting their ass, getting their ass busted training for wrestling. Your cardio, do you know how high your cardio got to be up to be big as Piper Niven, rolling around doing stuff a cruiserweight could do? Dog, it takes hard work, dedication, over 300 days traveling a year. Got to deal with BS Creative. And to get that paper to say, y'all, you may never wrestle again, that's heartbreaking, dog. Shout out to Piper Niven, man. Hopefully this is not the case. But, damn, man. Piper Niven was one of my favorite, bro. Yeah, she big, too. She will be big. That's a fact. Cena, the same. Oh, yeah, Cena. Hold on. Cena cut the same lame promos over and over the last run. I love Cena. Y'all forgot, internet. I know you're talking about promos, but even Cena walks with a hunchback. Cena literally walks with a hunchback now. One of the strongest men in WWE history. So man, and this is what I mean when y'all was people were saying, damn, Bobby Masu, why are you talking so passionate about these wrestlers and the what's the name about these wrestlers and them getting hurt and stuff like that? It's just because we see this too often, and it's inevitable because you're in a sport that's going to require, you know what I mean, just a high level of physical damage. You know what I mean? You can't really do nothing about that. But you can do something about just cutting some corners, just taking out some unnecessary spots, man. And I just hate covering stuff like this. My man T-Rail with the $2, triple nose putting main eventers in tag. Yeah, dog. Now that's a fact. That makes no sense, bro. T-Rail with another $2, man. He says she never even got a singles run, dog. See, T-Rail, you about to make me snap, bro. You see, I'm still drinking tea, y'all. I'm like 90% with my voice. I just gotta keep on a good path. I gotta keep containing. But T-Rail, you're right, bro. She never even got a main push. But she deserved it. She never even got it. She couldn't even sniff the U.S. title, sniff the Intercontinental, not even sniff it. Never. And think about that. Now think about this. You dedicate your whole life to something, then you kind of never get a push. Dog, I know there's people in the chat that can relate to this. Because you didn't dedicate your life to something, then you realize that it's not going to happen. And man, if you talk to anybody that ever been through this, one of the hardest things is trying to figure out how to pivot. And the second thing is, be happy with that. One of the hardest things is just accepting. Having to accept just what it is and be happy about it. It's 2 stages because you can accept it, but you could be depressed your whole life. But when you got to accept it, and then when you got to find a way to still be happy about it, to still find, you know what I mean, things to be grateful about, all I'm saying is it's not the easiest thing in the world, you know what I mean? And that's why I went on a rant about them spots that we seen on AEW this past weekend. Because before we get to this point, let's try to avoid it. Let's try to avoid it. The smartest thing you could do is just avoid stuff. You know what I mean? You could save yourself a lot of jail time. You could save yourself maybe a few bullet holes. You could save yourself a first class trip to heaven if you just learn a way to just, you know what I mean, avoid certain things. I had to catch Piper. I had a crush on Piper. So that's dude drop. Tiffy ate it. Mick Foley, what a joker. Oh, snap, yeah. Yo, man, shout out to Piper, man. I ain't gonna lie. I could talk about that shit all night, dog. Because, man, dog. Yeah, let me go on to something else, man. Because I like Piper, dog. Uh, Now, this is another thing. Now, speaking of Piper Niven, right? It just reminds you of the problem WWE has creating new stars. Prince, shout out to Prince. He says NXT was fire. Yo, Prince, bro. Do you know who else was fire in NXT? Do you know who else had a crazy career? Do you know who else is like get sent up with LA Knight? LA Knight is gonna have a lot of company in heaven. There is actually, when you think about Otis and think about how fire his character could be, when you think, remember, if you're like me, you actually watch the show. You actually have no life and you're watching this show. And you remember when they were this close, when they had the Chad Gable and Otis storyline. And now he's kissing Bachaloa backstage, or he's letting Bachaloa kiss him on the cheek backstage. And now he went from Money in the Bank winner to being one of Joe Hendry's reindeers. Think about it. He's not CM Punk's reindeer. He's not Cody Rhodes' reindeer. He's not Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Paul Levesque, whoever you want to. He's Joe Hendry reindeer. This is my exact proof of why WWE in 2026, they just gotta watch it, dog. They gotta watch it. Curating new talent is a lost art in WWE. That's why I was putting over what they was doing with Austin Theory when they was changing his gimmicks up. That's all it takes. You're not going to get it. It's 52 weeks in a year. You're not going to get it right all the time. Sometimes it's going to take switching up. Like when he won the Money in the Bank. Okay, you won Money in the Bank. All right, maybe do we cut your hair? Do we cut the beard? Do we keep the beard? Do we keep the beard, cut the hair? Maybe we keep the hair, cut the beard. Maybe we change your suit. It's just like, dog, they just had him stuck in the Alpha Academy where Maxine found a way to get 100 times over. How the hell does Maxine got gold around her waist before Otis? This dude is not to be taken serious, and it's not because he's not. This dude is one of the best wrestlers on that roster. We just don't know it because every time we see him, it's either backstage or being a reindeer or some comedic type of act. Bro. Chad Gable. Oh yeah, that's not even Chad Gable. Remember, Chad Gable's out because of a neck injury. Maxine has the it factor and was stupid to deny it any longer. Yo, Blue, you got a point there. She definitely has. Maxine has the it factor, bro. Maxine has the it factor, dog. Man, let me see what else happened, man. Let's go back to the beginning of Raw, right? I'm going back to curating new talent. Just look at this right now, y'all. Just look at the screen. Nothing about this. Braun Breaker has the most potential. But nothing about this group screams like you need a leader. With the bloodline, you got Roman Reigns. Even with somebody like Evolution, you didn't really need a leader because you got four powerhouses: Ric Flair, Batista, you had Randy Orton, you had Triple H, just four powerhouses. Dog, it's so important to have a leader, dog. I'm gonna tell you where WWE kind of messing up. Triple GPT. Maybe you can listen up when you're doing this booking. When you start generating a prompt for Paul Levesque, listen up. If Bron Breakker's gonna be the leader, have him be the leader. Stop doing the crap where, cause they came out to his music. That was good. But they keep standing side by side. Bron Breakker needs to come out. It needs to be established that he's the one, he's the leader. That's why he needs to win next week. If he wins next week, this picture looks a lot different because we could point out who's the leader, who's the guy. Justin Timberlake isn't the guy. He got to figure out what he's going to say when he grabs the mic. Bronson Reed, he's been doing a great job, you know what I mean? But he's not the guy, but he could be, but he's just not. But he's been doing a great job. Logan Paul, another guy that I don't have no complaints. He's doing a great job, but how you even got in the division, you kind of look like a jobber. You can't be the guy, but he's just in there for filler, to be honest. I don't even know. I think they only got Logan Paul there to just, you know what I mean, just to have some type of name in there. Bron Breakker's the guy. You got to put the belt on the guy. We have to establish a guy. The guy has to be in front and forward while the other guys sit back. They kind of did this with the promo with CM Punk and Bron Breakker. We just need more of that. Because when you look at this, I don't get like the vision. I don't get, ooh, this is scary. This is exciting. I don't get nothing out of this, bro. Let me catch up to the chat. T-Rail with the $2. Maxine. Maxine got a title defense before me, Chin. Joe Lee with the $5. Hey, Bobby, I fear for Javon Evans going to the main roster. He hasn't even won the North America or the NXT championship yet. Joe Lee, what the hell? Yo, chat. Is that true? Joe Lee said Javon Evans going to the main roster. She's kind of, or I don't know if this is a male or female. Could go either. My bad if you're a male, Joe. It says he hasn't even won the North America Championship or the NXT Championship. That doesn't make sense, bro. That makes zero sense. And from what they're about to do with Javon Evans, I don't know. We gonna talk about that, bro. Yo, Bobby, you think hold on, bro. Hold on, man. What the hell is going on, bro? See, I don't watch NXT. I didn't know that. I thought he at least had the like, why? You gotta at least put some type of goal on him, because people will start saying that. And now I'm looking, because you know why I'm thinking I'm getting mad at that? Because now I'm thinking of this segment. Javon Evans is feuding with one of the worst factions. Why are we still putting a mask on Ludwig Kaiser? Why? Well, are we supposed to not know this is Ludwig Kaiser still? I don't understand. Yo, for the life of me, I don't understand this El Grande Americano character with Ludwig Kaiser. You can't even go back to Chad Gable now. And this is what Javon Evans is thrown into. And it's just like, bro, Javon Evans might need to take another step or two back. Go get you some gold at NXT. Just, you know what I mean? Because, dog, I mean, he has a lot of time. He's 21 years old, so I'm kind of over-exaggerating, to be honest. But now this is a generational talent, bro. Like, we can't be messing up like this, man. Bro, what? T-Rail said, good looking for the $2. He said, sad fact, Javon lost 10 times going for the NXT title. Dog, this is starting to piss me off, dog. Because you know what happens? It's still early, but bro, you could, yo, you know what's crazy? It's just so early in this dude career, bro, They kind of, that's why they're doing this. They got time to play around, bro. And he's 21. It's just it's so early in his career, but I think, man, I don't know, bro. Why even play around? You didn't play around with Brock Lesnar like that, you know what I mean? Javon Evans need to be booked way stronger, dog. I don't understand that one, bro. Hunter doesn't know what he's doing. No, he definitely doesn't. I think Chad gonna take back the character when he comes back. Yo, now look, now Gregory. All right, let's say Chad Gable takes back the America Grande character when he comes back. My thing is, okay, now what is, because I could see them doing that, but now what? They're just not gonna explain none of this to us. We're just, what about people that are fan like me? Ludwig Kaiser is one of my people that I really love watching him wrestle. That's one of the people I always put over. Like, you're just not gonna explain to us what the hell happened to him. Why, if you're gonna do this, still let Ludwig Kaiser build his name up. This dude merch sales is probably down to the ground because he's not building up his own equity. Because he has a stupid ass mask on. He's from Germany or something like that, acting like he's from Mexico. This makes no sense. I hate y'all. I don't know. This might be worse than Rhea Ripley, man. Joe, bro, I was watching NXT every week. He has not won one title from there, yeah, but the problem is, why? Damn, bro, you serious? That's a problem. And I'm kind of scared of that too, Joe. I'm kind of scared of that, Joe. I'm kind of scared of that because like, what sense does this make? He's dog. Javon Evans 21. We need Obafemi, Trick Williams, Ricky Saints could go up. Lash Legend went up. Those are the people that could go up. Javon Evans is fire, but why are we? We don't need to. If he hasn't won any gold yet, let's kind of, or might just have him on Raw, SmackDown periodically, pop up either brand, because you know the brand split means nothing. But still, you need to be putting in that work at NXT. You had no gold, no tag gold, no speed championship, nothing. That's why you're in a program with whoever he is. I don't even know who to call him now. I don't want to call him a Grande Americano. Man, I don't know, bro. Yo, Joe, I agree with you. I'm scared of that. Oh, my man, Daz, for the $5. Levesque was actually awake tonight, most of the night, not at all. Love the Usos win. I love Theory New Music. It has some attitude era in it. Yeah, yeah, man. Some, man. Levesque. Like, yo, Dez, I don't know if you caught the live when I first came on. Levesque, he caught up on a lot of Z's over the holiday, you know what I mean? He got a lot of sleep over the holiday. You know how we had a bunch of tape shows. He came and, you know what I mean? Honestly, I don't even think it's Paul Levesque. I think maybe they added somebody in creative, or maybe Triple GPT. Maybe he paid the subscription for Chat GPT, because if you use Chat GPT, you know, if you don't pay for the subscription, oh my God, the prompt responses are so horrible, man. So maybe he paid the $20, and maybe he got some actually good prompts in creative. I don't know, man, but it was still a big show, man. Not the case of, because they won't show you or tell you kind of story. Paul Levesque was a jobber ass booster. Yeah, man. I hope, man, that Javon Evans, that's kind of weird, dog. Like, I don't get that one, man. Uh, hold on, man. Damn, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Jay Uso had a solid 2025, man. This is the thing. Where are we going with Jay Uso now? I feel like the booking is just confusing now, man. Because remember, he had the temper tantrum. He was, or maybe this was his thing. He was losing. He was doubting himself, and then now he wins championship gold. But the only thing is, Jey Uso, you still had you were doubting yourself as a singles competitor. You already established yourself as a tag team competitor. hopefully that be the story the next few weeks. Like, oh, Oos, maybe this could happen. He's in the joint. Oh, Oos. Yeah, man, I did this already. Oos, I just me myself. I wanted to do it myself. Oos, what happened to that? Yo, see now I'm about to get pissed off, bro. Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Yo, do y'all remember when damn, bro, I don't even I forgot what pay-per-view that was, bro. Hold on. Uh Damn, do y'all remember? I forgot what pay-per-view that was. Remember when Roman Reigns said he didn't want to see them till December? Nah, yeah. Like, whatever happened to that? Bro, what happened to this? Remember this? Man, 2026, I hope they stop doing this. Y'all remember this? Roman Reigns said he didn't want to see the Usos till Christmas. Then he seen them next week. They was in they was in a Crown Fools. I don't want to see y'all till Christmas. Then they're back together next week. What happened to this? What happened to the storyline with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso getting mad at Jey Uso because he wanted to be more like Roman Reigns? What happened to that? It still could be told. It still has an opportunity to be told. Will it be? Who knows? Hold on, let me find this joint, man. Jey Uso. Oh my god! I thought that was a. This was happening last. I don't know, Oos. I don't believe in myself, Oos. I can't do it, Oos. This still has an opportunity. We have an opportunity to still tell this story. Remember, dog, he wanted to be like Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso was getting mad at him because, yeah, man, he kept wanting to be like Roman Reigns. Let me see what the chat said. They went through a time. They went through a time warp. It's a recycled 2023 storyline. Anyway, that's true. The liar, F no, Roman needs to earn his way back to W. They just stopped abruptly. Yo, Sir Smoke a lot, dog. You know what I mean? Now look, they could pivot back to that. Cause he could be like, man, I already did this. Jimmy Uso could be happy, like, yeah, man, we did it. And Jey could be like, bro, I already did this, bro. I can't win the big one without you. It's room to tell this storyline. If WWE, they have something to build off of. The thing is, though, we can't. It's no way we could trust it, man. And it's hard to tell. Or Sir Smoke a lot. Think about this. They probably pivot from it because this storyline is just, it doesn't hit the same without Roman. If Roman was still there, to be able to be like, yeah, you did the tag team. That was cute, bro, but yeah, man, you won the gold once at WrestleMania. That was cute. I did like 11 of them. You did one. Great. And you wasn't even main event, but your main event, Jey Uso. Yo, he could really plant some seeds, but you need Roman there. Without Roman there, Roman's probably have 4 to 5 dates next year. They can't tell the same storyline, so... Yeah, what happened? Yeah, no, Dan's good looking for the $2. He said, what happened to Crash Out Jey Uso? It's kind of confusing, man, but we'll see, man. If I'm telling this story, there's room. There's room for Jey Uso to act like, this doesn't even matter like that. But the way he's looking here, he's looking like he's happy as hell that he's a tag team champion again. Yo, look at this tweet, yo. It says, Jey Uso's 2025 was a failed experiment dressed up as success. Going from Royal Rumble winner to World Heavyweight Champion at Mania to tag team again under in a year. Damn! I gotta give him props. Very well said. Damn. Yo, bro actually got a point. This dude, let me go back to that. Cause that's a fact. This is Paul Levesque's booking, if you think about it. You went from Royal Rumble winner, then you went to you won the world heavyweight champion at WrestleMania, then you go to a tag team champion. But now this is the thing, y'all. This is where the story could be told. If this was Tony Khan booking this, I would be so excited because it's so many layers, there's so many stories you could tell, dog. Like, but instead of this being a storyline, you know what this is? This is the long-term booking, not term, T-E-R-M, not that, T-E-R-D. You know, the number 2. You know when you get the bubble guts, that's what type of booking this is. This is mistake after mistake after, we got him right. We put up the tag team titles on him again for the 9th time. But, you know, man, like I said, I give it a low % chance, but it's right there in front of them. It's like literally right there if they wanted to tell a good story. Because all Jey Uso has to tell Jimmy is, nigga, I did this already, bro. Come on, bro. I did this already. This is our 9th time. I need to be the man. I'm the man. But I don't have doubt, man. Instead, it's going to look like a failed experiment, like the dude said, dog. This is how you not book somebody. Think about this, yo. We've been watching wrestling forever. What Royal Rumble winner ended the year off as tag team champion? Ever. I don't think we could bring up one Royal Rumble winner that ended the year off as tag team champion. And if they did, they didn't have... Yeah, when you talk about fall from grace. And yo, now I'm thinking about it. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta follow me with this. Yo, now I'm thinking about it. This is why unreal. Y'all remember this conversation on hold on. Oh, damn, dog. Oh, freak. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna bring up an incredible point, man. Do y'all remember this conversation? I know we all see Unreal. Remember this conversation? Oh, we're gonna put the rocket on you. But remember, Jey Uso was botching. Then Bruce Pritchard and the creative people, all of them was trying to figure out, is Jey Uso ready for that position? They put the title on him. He didn't say nothing but yeet. He didn't do nothing but yeet. Not to mention, we got Mr. Drunk Jey Uso, Mr. Oh yeah, Uso. Remember that, all of that crap, yo. I don't know, bro. There could be some storyline into this, man. Not even a wrestling stuff. This could be a real thing that happened in backstage, of like, you keep getting notched down, bro. Hold on. Yeah, shout out T-Rail. Now, I'm not saying this. This is T-Rail Mix 96. He's for the $2, good looking. Now he says Jay got Jada Parker pregnant. Haven't seen her on TV. I highly doubt that, bro. And I don't even like bringing that subject up because I know Jey Uso, he got a family. I'll troll, I'll joke or whatever. But when it comes to start messy stories like that haven't been confirmed, yeah, man, I don't like all for Jey Uso. I just think he got a real family at the crib, bro. And I try to watch touching topics like that, man. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't think Jay Parker's pregnant though, bro. Just to be clear. Joe, Bobby, what happened to Santa's Little Helpers match? Paul Levesque, I was watching those over the holidays for, for the BBWs. So no heel turn, bloodline only, please. They running it back. Usos versus New Day. Oh my god. She's been missing for a minute. I start smoking a lot. I could have swore, yeah, it's hard for me to get into that, man. Yeah. But man, now this is what I would say. They still put the gold on them, so Jey Uso winning with Jimmy Uso, now that tag team champions. He could have just got with Jimmy Uso, then lost. Because even though I hated AJ Lee, I keep the AJ Lee. We gotta still find her too. You know what I mean? That's still a thing out there. But AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, even though I hated that tag team in the beginning, I grew to love it. They could have been perfectly fine still keeping the titles. But now the Usos are champions, and they, you know what I mean? They could have kept the titles on Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, and you know what I mean? Just demoted Jey Uso to just to be tag team and not have gold around his waist. So we'll see what happens. Cringe. Do you know that Jey Uso once did Jada Parker move on the PLE? Yo, come on, Prince. Come on, bro. No, you trolling. You trolling, bro. You trolling. Oh my God, AJ Punk. Oh gosh, Clausen years ago would have been better. Oh my God, I hope for his sake it ain't true. Gonna have to file a missing report for man. Oh yo, you're funny, bro. Yeah, but we'll see how Jey Uso gonna be booked, man. It's he got gold around his waist, so I would say the company still has faith in the guy. Um, Now look, yo, Dez. Now look, we got confirmation, y'all. We got confirmation, y'all. Hold on, let me ask Triple H, bro. You missed another. Hey, yo, Dez, man. I'm gonna ask our man Triple GPT. You missed another Raw. Hold on, man. Let me set Buddy this. Hold on. Hey, hold on. uh, we gotta give it up for Triple GPT. You missed another Raw, the last Raw of the year. So we can't even give him credit for this. How about you miss another one next week? You missed another Raw? Another one. You missed. So we got why Raw was mid. We done figured it out. Detective Bobby Matsoon, your boy Triple H, Paul Levesque misses another Raw. Do you know how pissed off people are? Everybody in the chat, I know some of y'all went to work Monday. A lot of us will be liking to stuff our fucking bellies with gingerbread cookies, chocolate chip cookies. Oh, we would like for it to still be Christmas break, but Paul Levesque, he's still on Christmas break. You missed another Raw. This is sad, bro. Like, come on. Yo, Dez. We gave him too much credit. Yo, if y'all watch me the whole live, you see, I'm like, oh, Triple H is awake. I'm lying to the chat. I said Triple H was awake. I said that, man, he's doing his job finally. He did his, you know what I mean? He booked a little bit. Somebody helped him out. There's no picture to point at because there's no Paul Levesque in sight. Let me write that in my notes, bro. I gotta make sure I don't forget to jump on his ass about that, cause that's just ridiculous, bro. Uh, this bull missed another Raw, bro. Great. So now we got the answer of why Raw was mid. And Raw being mid is an anomaly in 2025. Raw being mid is like a shocker. Because it's usually horrible, stupid trash. And he doesn't show up and we finally get OK Raw. So let's see if he answers your boy Bobby Basu, man. But damn, man. Triple GPT, damn. I guess Triple GPT was working tonight, man. Uh yeah, man. Yo, too deep and said Triple H is drunk off eggnog. Yo, Gregory, I gave him too much credit. I know, man. See, I be trying to put bro over, man. Yeah, man. I be trying to put bro over, dog. Damn, man. Uh, yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of crazy, bro. Now, I was gonna bring this up, but I see somebody else talking about it. So you called it. You said someone else booked Raw. Dog. I could have swore. I've been watching wrestling for too long, bro. I just know Triple H. Dog, I know he does the redundant crap. Dog, he doesn't know how to do anything else but just the redundant crap, the over and over, the same stuff. Click copy, click paste, click copy, click paste. The second I seen Austin Theory come out with new music, Austin Theory have new gear, okay triple threat match, the Usos winning. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking somebody else, yeah, man, either had a head, something happened. This dude doesn't show up. And now he's ignoring my tweet. He just tweeted. It's been 3 minutes, Paul Levesque. Incredible. 9 times and new. This is crazy. Tubi said when GTA 6 dropped, WWE viewership would be a flat zero. Yeah, yo, I ain't gonna lie. With GTA 6 drop, bro, that's why I gotta start getting on. I'm gonna start semi streaming on Twitch, because when GTA 6 drop, we gotta be on that, bro. We gotta be on that, man. You call? Oh yeah. Good looking, Des. We thought there was hope. Nah, it's over. Bobby about to be on a block list. Yeah, that's hilarious. Nah, Triple H, him missing that last Raw is kind of crazy though, man. Bro. There, somebody tweeted, Raw was great and Triple H didn't miss a Raw. Alright, okay. Oh yeah, so I was gonna say this before, but my man Bronson Reed. Y'all, you know if y'all my AEW people, y'all know I had to jump on Stokely ass for rocking the Bruce Lee kicks. Now, Bronson Reed, you called the tribal thief, right? Because you stole all of Roman Reigns sneakers. You didn't keep none of them. After you, Bronson Reed sneakers, he usually be having some nice feet. You know me, Jordan 4 retros, hey, maybe a Jordan 1. Man, what are those? Bronson Reed got the NASA 6-pack. The NASA 6 retros, Reebok. Bro, what are those? You supposed to be the tribal thief. Go steal somebody's sneakers again, brother. I never seen these as any one of my sneakerheads have seen these Reeboks with the 2 straps right here. These Joes ain't even come out yet, bro. Reebok is even sponsored by WWE. These the NASA 6. Roman threw him in the crowd. Somebody said the tsunami threes. Yo, Bronson Reed, bro, take them Reeboks off, bro. These shits look crazy. Thank God Stephanie Vaquero, all these Nikki Bella fans wanted Nikki to win so bad. Yeah, we gonna have to talk about that too. Good looking for the $5. My man Garza, what's up, bro? Triple sneakers. He got a the dude got boxing shoes on. The dude got boxing shoes on, bro. We think he's about to throw a left jab, a right uppercut. He's been watching too much Jake Paul. Man, what are those? I don't know, man. Bronson Reed, I don't know. This was a super off. Usually if you a sneakerhead, you never see somebody this off, bro. Bronson Reed usually be having some. I seen him with the Concords. Oh yeah, some fire sneaks. Levesque didn't know your tweet, Bobby. He slept through Raw tonight like usual. This was his work from home holiday. Oh my god. No, that's a fact, dog. Man, that's crazy, bro. He missed another Raw. I can't believe that, bro. Even the botch was hot. Yeah. I don't remember seeing a botch that match. Jake Paul got KO. Yeah, nah, he definitely did. The Buster Douglas threat. Nah, that's a fact, dog. Yo, man, Bronson Reed, man. I'm like, Bronson Reed usually got some fire on his feet. I don't know what the hell was those, man. Let me see what else we got here. Ready for Poker Division. Yo, bro, honestly, dog. Like you would think SmackDown being so like is Randy Orton okay? Cause I know he's working with speed. I know he's doing this and that, but like it seems a little weird. We didn't even see Randy Orton at John Cena retirement. Dog, think about that, y'all. We didn't. Randy Orton and John Cena are like synonymous with it. That's like the yin and yang. I don't remember them even pointing. It's almost like people forgot. Everyone has a dancing partner. The Rock has Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin had The Rock. Back in the day, Ultimate Warrior. I mean, Hulk Hogan had. You could say Ultimate Warrior. You could say Andre. He had a few. He had a few people. Ultimate Warrior, Andre, Macho Man. You got your dancing partners. Bret Hart had Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bro, what the hell? John Cena and Randy Orton go hand in hand. Now I'm thinking about it. They barely even brung Randy Orton up. They completely acted like John Cena and Randy Orton isn't the yin and yang to each other's careers. We haven't seen Randy Orton. Randy Orton doesn't show up to John Cena's last match. Am I bugging? Roddy Piper, yeah, Roddy Piper. Randy Orton been on tour. What he's a rock star now? What Randy Orton started rapping? Yo, my man OJO. What you see Randy Orton on tour with the NBA young boy? We know he's been working with Speed. Okay. You just no appearances, like literally none. I used to complain about the new Randy Orton, but my God, I'll take that over what Cody Rhodes doing. Maybe he comes back next week. But I find it extremely weird for Randy Orton not to be at John Cena's last match. And SmackDown desperately needs this guy. SmackDown is going down the drain. Where is he at? Rockin' Randy. Randy is broken. I hear the voice in my head. Oh yeah, Candy Orton. I called him Candy Orton before. Because he was being booked so bad. Maybe he's getting sick of Triple H in the booking, man. I miss Randy Orton. No, I'm not gonna lie, man. Maybe he come back January 9th. Oh yeah, yo, they were saying this too. Speaking of January 9th, hold on. They were saying there was. I know y'all all hearing this. Hold on. Let me pull. I know y'all all are hearing that boy Y2J, man. A lot of people saying Y2J might be back, man. Damn, let me find a joint of Y2J, man. Oh damn, this is another thing I wanted to talk about too. All right, there we go. There we go. Y'all, yeah. Let me. I got. I gotta hold on, man. We gotta hit the poll for this one, bro. I don't know if it'll happen just because Y2J and Triple H they don't have the most friendly, the most, you know what I mean, the best relationship, to say the least. But I'm hearing there's been rumors, man. Does Y2J one? There's been rumors though, man. I put the poll up, y'all. Let me know what y'all think, man. Does your boy return the ninth? Him returning at Royal Rumble will make absolutely no sense for the simple fact that there's going to be no surprises at Royal Rumble. You will not be able to fly into Saudi Arabia and the information won't get leaked. So we won't have any surprises. If you're going to do a surprise for the Rumble, it needs to happen January 9th, preferably. But how stupid WWE booking is, it could happen any week. But I think January 9th, they need to take advantage. I can't get hyped for January 9th. I'm sorry. I got hyped for Raw on Netflix. That was one of the most disappointing nights of my life. I refuse to get hyped for January 9th. But there's an opportunity, man. Does he come back? T-Rail says, stay out of my store, Randy. I remember your face, mister. Man. And if Jericho does come back, it's like, all right, now where does he fit in at? He got to go on Raw, right? Even though SmackDown damn near needs him, he got to go on Raw. Where does he? Is he about to fit in with the Vision? Is he gonna? Think of all the storylines we got now. Where would Jericho fit in where it would make sense? Oh, I know, probably Gunther, so Gunther can retire him. Make him a Raw manager? That'd be fire. Sir Smoke, it's a possibility. No, I got Jericho fatigue. Iceman, yeah. They say he on his way back. Desmore said Bobby gotta make some Lazy Levesque t-shirts with him. Oh, that's fire, y'all. Joshua, what's up, bro? Bobby Basu, every time Triple H doesn't book a show, it becomes fire. That's a fact. People keep saying Raw manager for Y2J. I could see that. Oh, they said Chris Jericho contract expires December 31st. And this is the thing, bro. For my AEW people, Chris Jericho is a reason why AEW is on the map. Him leaving AEW, him seeing how Sting retired and really leave AEW to roll the dice under TKO and Paul Levesque management, he got to have some major heat with Tony Khan. It seems like it's so much more to that story that we'll probably hear in the future. But for me, I don't understand why in the hell would you be retiring in WWE when you could just be in AEW and you could get a proper send-off, a proper retirement. He has to have major heat. If it's not Tony Khan, it's somebody in that organization for you to go to WWE and just seeing what they did to John Cena and know you got one worse coming. Paul Levesque don't forget about anything. He's probably chopping at the bit waiting for you to come right through that curtain. He's paying Y2J millions to be able to put him put him 6 feet. People say if he might be a Raw manager, I think that's fire. There's not too many people that could get on that mic and that could do what Chris Jericho does. I mean, as far as the storylines and what I'm seeing, I really don't see no fit for Jericho outside of I could see a general manager, but they don't even. So what are we doing with Adam Pearce? And if you ask me, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, I think even though the writing for WWE has been so redundant, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis been doing a great job as far as their roles. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a problem with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, and I rarely have any critique of what they're doing because anytime they do something, it seems believable. You know what I mean? Like, even Nick Aldis talking, even with the exception of him talking about the balls and all of that stuff. But that's not even his fault. That's the writing people's fault. But most of the things that they do is pretty believable. Patrick said Jericho is trash. He was a jobber back in the day. Patrick, you bugging. You bugging. You bugging. Hold on, bro. Maybe, I don't know if y'all, I don't know if, come on, bro. Hold on, bro. He said Jericho's a jobber. Come on, dog. Y'all remember WCW Jericho? We're not even going to go to WWE yet. We're talking about somebody that put WCW on the map with the cruiserweight title. He put that cruiserweight division on the map in WCW. When you had Rey Mysterio was in the cruiserweight, Chris Benoit, you had Eddie Guerrero, you had was Ultimo Dragon in it? You had your dog that cruiserweight division was stacked. He was the first guy to come to WCW, then they go to WWE. Remember, there's not too many people who beat The Rock and Stone Cold in one night. We at the 2-hour mark, but what the hell? Now you got your boy Bobby Matsu fired up, sir. There's not too many people who beat The Rock and Stone Cold in one night. This is WWE. We could still go on this WCW work. His WCW work was fire, bro. Classic matches with Eddie Guerrero. This dude, y'all see how MJF is? Bro, that's what Chris Jericho would have been if WCW was ran how it's supposed to be ran, and he never went to WWF. We're talking about a MJF type level before MJF was even born. Anybody that been watching wrestling forever knows for a fact, dog, he was cooking in WCW. Then remember when this happened. Then he had the countdown. Y'all remember when this happened? The countdown was fire. Break the walls, stand the music. Oh my God, Chris Jericho, bro, you bugging. That man has never been a jobber. Then look, I'm just going real quick. This is real quick. Remember, this is new. This is new. The list. This is new. This man is a first ballot Hall of Famer, never been a jobber. He should be retiring to AEW. Unfortunately, he's probably going to go to WWE. And this is not a probably. He will get buried under Paul Levesque's writing. Guaranteed. This dog, Y2J is that guy, bro. Dog, I can't even remember. Hold on. I would have never even heard about what's her name? I would have never heard about AEW. I wouldn't have gave a shit about AEW if it wasn't for Chris Jericho. When Chris Jericho showed up, I knew it was serious. And we're not talking about, because I'm not a guy that was watching Ring of Honor and New Japan, and I wasn't that much of a, you know what I mean? I know the big boys. I know WWE. I know WCW. AEW took me a few years to get on, but when I first seen that they was making a new company, the rival with WWE, to actually be a legit rival, the first person I heard, when I heard they got Chris Jericho, I knew they was legit. This dude is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Forget WWE, whatever. We're talking about professional wrestling. Just the sport alone. The sport is a completely different sport without Chris Jericho. One of the pillars of AEW, dog. Even though his booking got weird at times with AEW, still, man, he puts everyone on. Oh, yeah, you right, Bobby. How many times Ric Flair beat his ass? Yo, you're hilarious, bro. Patrick said how many times Ric Flair beat his ass. Jericho versus Omega, a classic. Damn, I never seen that. Hold on. I gotta put that on my watch list, bro. Hold on. Jericho versus Omega. Damn, hold on. Jericho versus Omega. All right, I'm gonna put that. Oh yeah, this is a. All right, bet. I'm gonna put that on my watch list. Jericho versus Omega. I never seen that, John. Um, Perk Jericho. Damn, why you say Perk Jericho? Preach the truth. I mean, yeah, man. What Jericho, that god, yeah, man. You definitely gotta. You can't disrespect. That's why I'm scared for him to end his career. At WWE, man. We got the poll ending. The poll ending at 58% say he's coming. 52% says no. 58% says Jericho will be here January. Is it January 9th or 6th? I think it's 9th. Whatever. Oh, no, the 9th is actually the 9th is SmackDown. So yeah, I think it is January 5th or 6th. Whenever the next week on Raw. You know what I mean? To see Jericho back would be refreshing. It's just once again, how is he gonna be booked? Jericho should call Triple K as a clown. Jericho didn't do perks, did he? I know vodka was his joint. I'm not sure. I didn't even hear. I never heard Jericho did it. You know what I mean? But even if he did, I mean, it's like, come on, bro. This dude does nothing but elevate wherever he's at. Jericho has never been in a situation where he hasn't elevate. Now, has he been in a situation where he's the booking been stagnant, like in AEW, times in WWE, times in WCW? Sure, you can't always be great. Sometimes you get stagnant periods. But it's not one promotion that he went to that he hasn't elevated the product. Mario said, Bobby, do you really think Jericho? Do you really think Jericho? What? Oh. Yo, this dude is funny. Do you really think Jericho? Do you really think Jericho? Do you think Jericho get about $3 billion in debt? Oh, that was funny. But yeah, man, I think just like everything else, the book it has to be there. If the book it isn't there, then you know what I mean. Oh my god, this is like. Oh, this is kind of cool. Y'all see, that's kind of fire, y'all. Belly taking a new picture with the Usos. Belly and the Usos is kind of cool. I forgot. I think they're all from San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's their connection. They're probably really cool in real life. That's kind of a cool before and after full circle moment. Uh Man, this dude, look at yo, this bull is a star, dog. 1-800 whoop that. This dude is a star, man. Whoever's booking this guy too, right now, they're doing a good job. I'm gonna tell you why. He's in Nick Alder's office. He got his feet on the desk. Yo, man, what's up, bro? I'm here. Holla at me. Adam Pierce. He put the card, yeah, script all the small talk. I ain't trying to rush you, but I ain't trying whatever he said. Yo, no, he said something about taking his time or whatever. I ain't trying to rush you, whatever. But yeah, me holla at me. They want to give me the bag. So far, the booking for Trick Williams have been cool. We got to go slow with Trick Williams. We got to have him popping his shit on Raw and SmackDown. I'm liking this. I know that Paul Levesque, he's overseeing it, but you got agents that's a part of people storylines and people booking. Whoever's a part of Trick Williams, I'm liking what they're doing right now. I highly doubt Triple H is, he's overseeing it, like I said, but I don't think Triple H is micromanaging. Shout out, we talk combats too. He said, the whoop that era officially begins. Yo, I don't think Paul Levesque is micromanaging Trick Williams, and you could always tell when he's far, far away from the creative. 1-800 whoop that. That's fire. That's fire, dog. Just this guy has a different look, man. You know what I mean? The leather jeans, dog. The jacket with the cutout with the dog. This dude is a star. Curating new stars is what I always tell WWE. Like, man, I always have a gripe. I'm always complaining about that. But I'm always gonna call a spade a spade. When they're getting things right, I'ma say it. And right now, nothing has really happened yet. But that's a part of building a new star. Cause he could easily be doing what Javon Evans is doing. A grande. You don't put Trick Williams around a grande Americano. You don't do that. You have Trick Williams come talk to the big wigs, Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce. And if you really want to put him over, you know what we do? The first week he came at Nick Aldis. The second week was Adam Pearce. Yo, chat, do you know what you do if you want to... Yo, somebody said King of the Ring 2026, Randall Mack, that's a fact. Do you know what you do to put this guy over? You want to put Trick Williams over? The third person he hollers at? You have him holler at Paul Levesque and pop that shit to him. Oh my God. Just even if he said, yo, man, they can't make a decision at Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, I don't know, so I'm gonna holler at you. Huh. Let's figure it out, man. Just a few words. Him popping shit at Paul Levesque. Do you know how much that puts that guy over? Only thing is, man, whoever and his first feud is right there. Y'all want to hear who Carmelo Hayes? I mean, who? Damn, they already gave it up. The booking for Trick Williams cannot be any easier, bro. It's right there, right there. Right, the Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. I don't even watch NXT like that, but I was watching the feud between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes because I knew these was two stars that was gonna be stars. These was two prospects that I knew that was gonna be stars. The booking is right there. You don't have to think about it. Just let Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes cook for that U.S. title at the grandest stage of them all. Yeah, Trick Williams a star, but you don't put him in the main event. You gotta put him in the oven. You gotta let him cook. You gotta put him in a crock pot. This needs the pause, but the meat needs to be. You can't even pause this. The meat needs to be tender. Pause again. But you gotta. This has to be cooked slowly, bro. You have to do this dish right, man. You don't put Trick in the main event, WrestleMania 42, especially WrestleMania 42 is in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has a bad track history when it comes to WrestleManias. It's not even about main events right now with Trick Williams. It's about storylines that we're going to remember 5, 10 years from now. You put him in a program with his real life good friend Carmelo Hayes, and you start telling that story like you never told a story before in your life. You don't put the strap on Carmelo Hayes, then do the U.S. Open Challenge. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes could feed the whole 2026 as far as the U.S. Championship title picture. It's right there, dog. It's right there. You don't even have to. You don't even have to think about it. Gregory cracking up. Uh, the thing they have. Triple K gonna say his favorite clan member, the Goose. Yo, what the hell? Oh my god, man. Yeah, Gunther better stay far away from Trick, Mello, all these dudes, bro. Man, I can't wait to see, man, how that's gonna play out, dog. Um, damn, bro, that's gonna be fire. Now let me see something real quick. All right, let me. I want to touch on this before I get out of here too, y'all. All right, now, y'all know if y'all see my AEW barbershop flashback promos, make it. Yo, this dude is a fool. Mad2314 said, make meat tender again. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. His trick will be in a good feud with Vince and Triple H crew. Bobby folded it, bro. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh, what the hell happened to my camera? Hold on. Let me see if I can get the camera back real quick. All right, here, there we go. All right, yo. Now, real quick, I want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about this. Then we'll talk to the chat for the last few minutes. Now, remember when I kind of snapped about that AEW spot with Kyle Fletcher almost breaking his neck on the spot with John Moxley. William Regal put out a tweet that kind of went viral and got the whole wrestling community talking. You got some AEW people, not even some, you got a lot of, I can't even say AEW people, because let me stop saying that, because AEW, as far as AEW sickos, you got a small, like what Triple H said, you got a small he didn't say this about sickos, he said this about us actually, but it's a good, this is fitted. You got a small group making a loud noise. So there was a small group of AEW sickos that had a problem with this tweet, but I think it's unfair to label like all AEW people think this way. There are a lot of AEW people that actually agree with William Regal and that don't like these spots where we put our stars in danger like this. But I'm gonna just read this tweet real quick. William Regal says, "I stay off here, but I was alerted to something today that had alarmed me. I don't read any comments, so don't waste your time trying to argue or justify your very wrong opinions of this. I broke my neck twice, 9/93 in the ring in a car wreck in 97 and stupidly never told anyone. And I was taught properly how to bridge and not to land on the top of my head. It's a skill that maybe 99.9 of people don't know or will ever learn anymore. I kept going somehow, but I knew all the tricks that, again, people don't learn now and watch film and just copy. After I don't want to butcher their name, passed away. His neck problems I thought would stop this nonsense, but it just got worse. And whenever I talk to people about them doing it, it's, well, it doesn't hurt. Believe me, it will. I have people close to me now, Brian being one, who is suffering from daily He's saying daily injuries like myself from his neck. A daily misery and sleep in every one aspect in your life is more than hard. Although people use the term tough about me, you'll never hear me say that, as I am not and don't think I have ever been. Money and whatever nonsense fame's supposed to be is not worth the pain or supposed two evening glory you get from ridiculous moves dropping yourself on your head. The vast majority of fans don't know the difference in between a vertical suplex and a brainbuster, and that's a far tamer move from many what I see now. I'm 57 and become less relevant every day, but fame has never been my thing, so most of you doing this stupid stuff are not going to listen to me. Hopefully a few do. Stop it now if you want a decent quality of life after wrestling, because that part of your life will never be over. Will be over before you know it, and wrestling is done. And yeah, I mean, we get the gist of it, right? Now, if you in WWE and you don't know what I'm talking about because you missed, you don't really catch, you don't really follow AEW. We're talking about a spot that happened in probably the match of the year, which was Kyle Fletcher and Kyle Fletcher and John Moxley. Now, if you see my AEW stream, and people like Gregory and Sir Smoke a lot, everybody know who see me cover this knew I snapped about this on live. I touched on it on my video, and basically all what's the name said, all what's his name? All William Regal said was he just said it a lot better. He put it in a lot better way, you know what I mean, than what I said the other day. Spots like this are, for me, I think they're corny. I think it's stupid. I think it doesn't need to happen. I literally just said this the other day. And somebody in my chat, I forgot who it was, but shout out to you. He said, "Man, he landed safely. He knew how to land." And my reply was, "There's no way to land on your neck safely. It's one thing if it's an accident. It's another thing if this happens. This happened. I could name 3 spots that night that I just didn't like. The one with Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter. This one, and it was another one where Kyle Fletcher did a brainbuster to John Moxley on the end of the ring apron. Without this spot, this still is a match of the year. Without the Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander spot, that's still a great match. Even though the crowd was kind of dead. I'm so happy William Regal speaked out. And if you have a platform, you have to speak out, because you got independent wrestlers that's thinking this is getting them over, and this is not getting you over. All it's going to do is get you, God forbid, paralyzed or in a situation you don't. Yo. I know people in close, vicinity of me. I help all the time. Family members, dog, that have neck problems. It's not a joke. Yo, it was just icy outside, dog. If you have a neck problem and you slip and you bust your ass on the ice, you could be paralyzed forever. Y'all remember Lex Luger? Or I don't know if he had a neck problem or whatever, but nothing really happened. He was on a flight, then he became paralyzed when he got off. So I could be getting that story wrong, but it's something to that effect. I'm passionate about wrestling. I love wrestling as entertainment. But before wrestling, before anything, I'm a human being. And the last thing I hate to be covering is stories like Piper Niven, Adam Cole, you know what I mean? All these injuries to the neck, Daniel Bryanson, that is unfortunate and a lot of times could be avoided. I hope Tony Khan addresses this, because it falls on Tony Khan, believe it or not. Tony Khan has to really, let's try to slow down with it. We still want great spots, but let's slow down on the next spots, because Kyle Fletcher's badass, bro. You think he's going backstage bitching about his neck? No. He has to carry the company the next 10 years, like I always say, on his back. He's not gonna be bitching about it. Sometimes we have to be responsible. I think, as far as me, if I have a platform and I have to bring this to light, and you know what I mean, if you're Tony Khan, the buck really stops with you. You have to, going into 2026, we can't have this, bro. Because if Kyle Fletcher would have got hurt, or if anything like this happened next year, and I see it, I'm going nuclear, and I'm pretty sure the AEW crowd is probably gonna disown me because I'm going straight nuclear. We don't need these spots, bro. Like Darby Allin, fire, bro. But we need to, I really feel like we need to pull back, bro, on these certain spots. This is what he's talking about. There's no safe way to land like this, dog. If you got up today, he was able to make it to the back. You know what I mean? Who knows what long-term damage this causes? Adam Copeland. Yeah, Adam Copeland. Do you understand? Yo, I still don't know how Adam Copeland is wrestling now. He was supposed to remember, he retired because of a neck injury. I don't know how the hell. People just, Adam Copeland's back, yay. Dog, these wrestlers are never going to go on that camera and be like, nah, they're never going to be vulnerable. That's why I like when Adam Cole, he was vulnerable at All In. He was crying. He let that emotion out. Because we think these wrestlers be okay, and they really don't. These are just the most badass people in real life that you'll ever meet. The most toughest people that we'll ever meet. This is a hard business to be in, dog. I got professional wrestlers. If you in the chat, what's up, bro? I got professional wrestlers. Shout out OG Jack Jones. Yo, people that are friends that's like, yo, bro. I see them in the independent circuit at these some of these practices, dog. I'm seeing them, go fight through injuries, dog. The fight in front of, you know what I mean, a small crowd, dog. I be seeing this. The example has to be set at the top with AEW, WWE, and I'm saying everybody at the top. Because we did have I feel like WWE does it sometimes, but AEW they overdo it with these spots. It has to be addressed at the top, so now we could trickle it down to the indies and these other guys that's putting on shows, and you know what I mean, that's trying to be wrestlers. We cannot, dog, I know people that's 16, 17, 18 that's trying to be in a professional wrestling thing that think stuff like this is cute. Cool. They don't even have the brain capacity to understand the stupidity of this. So I'm happy that William Regal said something, because when I say it, people's looking at me like, well, Bobby Monsoon, you're an idiot. You do nothing but complain about WWE on YouTube, and you've never been a wrestler. And okay, bro, whatever. But I'm happy William Regal said it, because you can't say nothing about what you're going to say. William Regal not one of the toughest people. We're going to say William Regal is not a first ballot. We're going to say William Regal doesn't know nothing about wrestling, nothing, no, whatever. Somebody that you can't say nothing about said it, and the tweet went viral, and you have a lot of, oh, even Kenny Omega, y'all man, Kenny Omega said something. Kenny Omega addressed it. He didn't have nothing, and AEW sickos, dog. We know, yeah, that's y'all guy, bro. Nobody say nothing about Kenny Omega because he didn't say not one thing wrong, bro. Where that tweet at? There you go, right there. Kenny Omega addressed it. Y'all can look up the tweet if y'all want, bro. Kenny Omega. Well, I'll go to. I'm already going through it. He says, regardless of the perceived intent, the general message of Mr. Regal remains a positive one. Tribalism, whataboutism, and other isms aren't needed here. Safety often takes a back seat when a wrestler is locked in and actively chasing the dragon. We all sometimes need a voice from afar to leather us back to reality and to tell us the risks we have as consequences. The odds are in our favor, and none of us will ever walk away unscathed. This isn't company versus company or wrestler versus wrestler. This is about general awareness and a knowing that the cost of what we do is directly related to the amount of severity of risks that we take. Keeping in mind, as athletes, we aren't all created equal. As responsible adults, we need to be realistic and know our own physical limits. I have to give my head a shake if I wanted to try twisting shooting star, but I'll never say a word to Pac. I look at this as great food for thought, something to always be cognitive of. It shouldn't be about making a competition. Thank you, Mr. Regal. And yeah, Kenny Omega, even though he's not dealing with a neck injury per se, he knows what it's like um to have something take away from something you love dearly. You know what I mean? So this is not about tribalism. I'm so happy I said it as soon as AEW was over because, you know what I mean? I truly feel the same way as Kenny Omega, as William Regal, as a lot of wrestlers. Because a lot of people, you know, the sad thing about it, and it's not even with wrestling, it's life. People don't give a fuck about you. So if you want to go into 2026 and if you want some advice from your boy Bobby Monsoon for almost being on this earth for 40 years, this is the wake up call and it's unfortunate. 9 times out of 10, a nigga ain't going to give a fuck about you. So it's important for the small percentage of people that actually care about other people, that actually have a certain level of compassion. It's important for us to be speaking on that. I know there's a lot of people in the chat because when I was speaking on this on the chat, most of y'all was agreeing with me. So I know as far as my chat, man, I got a bunch of compassionate people in this joint that's like, man, I feel that. AEW sickos that love the product that the second you say Tony Khan does something wrong, you're jumping on my ass. But they said in the chat, man, I agree with that. It's a thing and it's a problem that had to be spoke about. So you know what I mean. I'm not gonna bore y'all with speaking about this for 3 hours because honestly I can, bro. I can, because that's the sad part. These wrestlers are going to be doing these crazy spots for people that's just not even gonna like. They're not gonna care. They're gonna find a new wrestler the second you're paralyzed. You know what I mean? It's just. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that, dog. It is not needed. It's not needed. Professional wrestling is still professional. Professional wrestling is based around storytelling, which means we could take a few steps back on the spots and the all craziness in the ring to tell some stories, and we'll be all fine. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's crazy, dog. Wrestling is a grind sport, man. Yo, OJ Jose, I could care less. I want blood. What's up with the Philippines in the chat? Vincent, what's up, man? Yeah, JJ, that's so true. You're so right. Hold on, what JJ say? Look at Muhammad Ali, for example. He had Parkinson's in his late 30s, brain damage. Yo, that's a fact, bro. Yo, JJ just said, look at Muhammad Ali, for example. He had Parkinson's in his late 30s from brain damage caused by 300,000 hits to the head. Yo, if my brother in the chat, shout out my brother, bro. Zay, yo, bro, my brother, he grew up boxing, bro. He been boxing since we was like 11, 12 years old. I started working out probably in my 30s. I started getting into working out, going to the gym. He been working out since he was 11 or 12. Like, we didn't even have hair on our face or nothing like that. He was in boxing. If you live in Philly, you know the boxing culture in Philly, bro. He was getting knocked out. 300,000. Yo, my brother probably had 300,000 hits to the head before he turned 18 years old. You know what I mean? So even though I'm not a professional wrestler, I got a close brother that I know for a fact now that we're approaching our 40s. That, bro, it's irreversible damage that you're going through to be able to appease the crowd. And you know what's the fucked up part about it? A lot of us is not even gonna get a chance to appease the crowd. Because there's a small percent chance that of the people that actually get in. But you know, if you have a dream and if you got drive, you ain't trying to hear about that chance. You going for it. A wise man once said, "Find what you love to do and let it kill you." And you got to be halfway psychotic to go after these dreams. So nobody not saying go through it, But we're also bringing awareness of a lot of the trauma the boxer, JJ just said it, boxers go through, wrestlers go through. People don't talk about it. But if it was Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali have Parkinson's, we could talk about that. We could see that. We could be like, damn. But you're not talking about the millions of boxers. Dog, I live in Philadelphia, bro. Almost every single boxer in my range that never really made it don't have the money, on welfare, getting food stamps. They don't have the medical coverage to be able to go to the fucking doctor and get their brain checked out. Even if they do get it checked out, the doctors barely know anything about the brain, but that's a different story. Just to get certain injuries checked out, broken hands, I broke my elbow. But I'm not an athlete, so I don't even want to put myself in this. I'm talking about athletes. I'm talking about people that's in the grind. I know people in the chat know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't even disrespect y'all to put myself into that. It's certain athletes, UFC fighters, even if you play football, even if you play basketball, the knee joints, bro, you tear your ACL, your MC, you know what I mean? You're trying to figure it out. Bro. And people, and the thing that pisses me off more than anything, dog, people don't care about the regular people that just went for their dream and just got in an unfortunate joint. We're only talking about this because it was Kyle Fletcher. Nobody cared. Remember a guy named Psycho Stu? And I bring up Psycho Stu, even though he got beat up by another guy, that wrestling promotion, if it happened there, nobody would care. That's why it's important to bring this up so it could trickle down. Because this is not going to be a topic unless you're a celebrity, which is BS, dog. That's why I constantly look at the chat. That's why I collaborate with other. Dog, I hate that celebrity shit, bro. Like that, dog. Nah, bro. I feel like the Jay-Z down to the janitor should get treated with the same respect. Cause we all go into the same place when it's all said and done. But yeah, man, I don't know how me get on that rant about this, dog. Seriously, Derrick Rose. Oh my, yo, that's a fact. Bro said Derrick Rose. Oh my God. We gonna go on a tangent, bro. Dog. He done got me. Now I'm about to snap, bro. We about to go on a quick tangent, man. If you watch basketball, you ever heard of this guy? Now I'm from Philly. I never forget the day. I'm from Philly, bro. I never forget the day. This was when I was watching basketball a lot more. He was playing the Sixers when this happened, bro. This was in Oklahoma City. This picture, but I'm just bringing up as an example of when he tore his ACL, dog. Bro, people don't talk about the mental. People don't talk. People like to say mental health. I don't even like to say mental health because people just, it's a catchphrase now. Dog, the mental damage. When you want to talk about brain damage, you talking about brain damage? Do you know how the brain damage it'll cause, bro? For knowing that you that guy. We're not even talking about somebody that didn't make it. We're talking about somebody that actually made it. That actually, he got right there. He actually made it to the big time, $100 million contract towards ACL. And now what? Now he has a bad game. People go back to calling him a bum. He's in Minnesota. Oh, he lost it. And now you got to actually watch this shit on the internet. You got to watch people troll you under the comments. Dog, people do not talk about this enough of just, yeah, man, my bad, my camera keep going off. Dog, people don't talk about it enough about how bad, dog. About how bad, man. Just chasing after a dream, getting to your dream, going through all of this stuff, dog. It's, man, it could get tricky, dog. It could get tricky, man. I don't know what's wrong with this stupid ass camera, dog. But Yeah, let me read the. I'm gonna read the chat one time, and I'm gonna get on up out of here. I gotta figure out what the fuck is wrong with this camera. Exactly. None of this really worth it, only for entertainment for a moment. Sir Smoke a Lot says since he played for Memphis Tigers, he been that. Yeah, yeah, he been cooking on Memphis. You know what I mean? I know he had a crazy game. One of them games, I know probably you know what I'm talking about. He had a fire game in Memphis, but you know what I mean. Sir Smoke a Lot is just we ain't see it. We ain't never see this again. This person like died. Not like literally, of course, but this version, the MVP version, died. And like I said with Piper Niven, you have to figure out a way to not only move on, to be happy. And this is a guy that won MVP, that won millions and millions of dollars. That you know what I mean? That he should be a good case in the Hall of Fame. And for me, I be thinking about the people that just in people in high school, you know what I mean? People in college. This happens all the time. Remember damn. There's so many people I could bring up, bro. Hey, remember Isaiah? Oh my God, yeah, Isaiah Thomas. Facts. Wrestlers could do whatever they want. No, yo, LCE said wrestlers could do whatever they want. That's a fact. Wrestlers could do whatever they want. It's up to Tony Khan and the promotional people to make sure. Yeah, I mean, we limit these spots because you're right. Wrestlers they can and they're going to do whatever they want because they're that badass. They live for this. They got a passion for this. But sometimes you need somebody to be like, no, that's stupid, bro. Like let's not do that. Let's have our chances a little bit higher of being here the next decade. Bobby Monsoon, remember D Rose? Yeah, that's what I got up right there. D Rose, bro. D Rose, man. So yeah, man. Like I could talk about this shit for 3 hours to be honest, bro. What the hell? Raw was so bad. Y'all talk about basketball. Chris Collins, yo, what's up, Chris? Yeah, nah, yeah, Raw was pretty mid, but nah, we talking about this Kenny Omega, William Regal, Kyle Fletcher spot that kind of we talked about it when it happened, but William Regal tweeted something and it kind of fell over on spilled out on Twitter heavily, and yeah, man, that's what we were talking about. Muhammad Ali still hurts me to this day, bro. He should have been long retired after Thriller Manila fight with Joe Frazier in 1975. Yeah. Then Muhammad he went to fight what's the name? Who else he fight after Thriller Manila? He fought George Foreman. George Foreman, man, and everybody thought he was gonna lose that fight, bro. And yeah, he should like by the time he fought George Foreman, he should have been retired before then, bro. John Moxley is a prime example. Yeah, yeah, John Moxley is a prime example. Grant Hill too. Yeah, Grant Hill. Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes. Yeah, Larry Holmes. Yeah, yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. But yeah, man, it's hard, bro. But hopefully, I know the message got to Tony Khan, and we'll see it. We'll see if some adjustments is gonna be made with Tony Khan and you know what I mean, and that whole thing, Bobby. What you think of off season in WWE? Yeah, Randall Mac. Even though as a creator, um, that it would suck a little bit as me being selfish as a creator thinking, but I think off season in WWE is like heavily needed, dog. They obviously can't book throughout the year anymore. And I think it would benefit the wrestlers if I could think if I'm thinking as a creator, it would be a little bit it would suck a little bit. But if I'm thinking as myself, taking myself out of creator box, me as a person, dog, I would like an off season just to give the wrestlers a break. that time to refresh. Also to give creative a break, because maybe Triple H, he's always falling asleep in Gorilla. Maybe he has to recalibrate. Maybe he has to refresh, and I don't know what has to happen. But the creative sucks so bad that at this point, the off season should be on the table. But you know, the $3 billion of debt, we ain't never gonna get off season. Osprey better than the whole WWE roster. 2 weeks off is not too much. Yeah, I mean they basically do that now though. Think about it. They basically had 2 weeks off. We just got a tape Raw and SmackDown for 2 weeks. So yeah, you know what I mean. We'll see what happens with that. Uh, how hard is it to make straight promo these days? Even Brock Lesnar. WWE is promoting Gunther as the world greatest pro wrestler, so y'all think he's better than Will Ospreay? What the hell no, hell no. Gunther's nowhere near better than Will Ospreay. Yeah, man. It's different. It's different, bro. But I'm about to go. I'm gonna work on this video. Oh snap, yo! I think bro coming back, y'all. Real quick, bro might be coming back on Monday. WWE just posted this. Watch Jacob Fatu's 2025 highlights, including the end of his partnership with Solo Sikoa, WrestleMania, United States Champion. Bro might be coming back on Monday. He really need to be on SmackDown because SmackDown is struggling so bad. Did you enjoy Finn promo? I didn't even see it, to be honest. I don't even want to hear nothing from Finn because he has to start winning. He's buried so bad, dog. Like, my God. We need more. Osprey is injured. Bobby Bassoon, Javon Evans look like King Von. If he put the blonde joints on him, if he put the blonde, what do you call it? The blonde locks at the tip of his hair, he would look like King Von. Jacob come back. Yeah, Jacob coming back. He probably coming back next week. Because usually when WWE does this little when they do this show the highlights and stuff like that, somebody's coming back, man. But yeah, we got Dynamite Wednesday. More likely than not, I'm not 100% sure, but more likely than not, I'm gonna be going live. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's right. Your boy Bobby Batsoon is gonna show up for the chat on New Year's Eve. Most likely. If I don't, I'll let y'all know. But for me, it's regular scheduled program, man. Dynamite on. I think I'm looking forward to Dynamite. And to be honest, I don't be doing shit anyway, bro. You won't see me in the street. You won't see me at the bar. You won't see me out and about. You know what I mean? I'd rather be might as well bring the new year with the chat, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna work on a video tonight. Yeah, maybe we got some topics to cover. We're gonna cover a mid raw, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna cook up the video throughout the night. I'll drop it around the same time, hopefully early afternoon, man. But yeah, I hope everybody, we're going into 2026 in a few days, man. So yeah, y'all, yeah, man, make sure y'all pull up Wednesday, the Dynamite joint, and man, if you hear this, man, we got a few more days, but we damn near made it at the end of the year. And to be honest, man, you know, there's a lot of people that didn't make it at the end of the year, though. You never know how you never know what could happen, man. Even Anthony Joshua, bro, two of his trainer, his man died in a car crash, and Anthony Joshua saved. He almost didn't make it at the end of the year. We just seen him on Raw on Netflix fighting Jake Paul. It just shows you that you never know what's around the corner, man. So yeah, with that being said, man, let's try to be positive. Let's try to enjoy, you know what I mean? Be grateful what we have, enjoy what we have, man. Even though it could be a little could be a lot. It's all in perspective. So, you know what I mean? But shit, we damn near made it to 2026. And like I always say, I want to thank everybody in the chat. Every time I think of 2025, no matter what happens after this, if it goes up, it goes down, no matter what happens, 2025 will be, you know what I mean, the year where I'm like, whoa, this was Yeah, the chat made everything real from the ruthless depression era, just the tapping in, the engagement, first the videos, then going live, man. I would never forget 2025, no matter what happens. Yeah, man, I'll never forget. I feel like 2025 a seed was planted. I started the YouTube, but 2025 a seed was planted, man. And I gotta thank the chat, man. The shit doesn't happen without y'all. So I appreciate y'all tapping in. The late lives like the AEW one last night, Raws like this, whether it's mid, whether it's like John Cena where it's completely popping. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, we here, we showing up, man, and I'm always give 100%, dog. So I appreciate that, man, and I'm gonna holler at y'all Wednesday, bro, man. Y'all be safe out here. It's Bobby Basu 215. Like, comment, subscribe.